you doing, my comic book junkies, brothers and sisters? Here with a comic book haul. Bada bing, bada boom. Flea markets, LCS, eBays, everything. And I want to thank everybody that joined me, my brothers, my son, in the Heavy Metal Live show yesterday. Actually, I had a lot of fun. We're going to be doing some more music related content in the future. My brothers had a lot of fun, and it seemed like the people in the chat really enjoyed it. But anyways, this is a comic book haul. I'm Mike Smith. This is Nighttiger Comics, and let's get into this. So first one, and there's going to be a rant in here, but first comic, once in a great while, I buy something by mistake. This is one of those. I jumped on eBay. I saw this book. It was a third print, and I know the third print goes for money. And in the past, when they just buy it now, is I put in make an offer. I put in an offer and wait, and the book gets sold. So I'm like, no, I just better jump on this. So I jumped on it. Then I went to show it off to the buddies, and then realized it's not the newsstand. That's the one worth money. I think it's the second print newsstand that's worth money. So this is the third print, Robin #1 from 1991. First appearance of Lennox. I paid $15 with shipping. So basically, I paid probably like $6 too much for this thing. Normally, I wouldn't even pay like $5 for it, but I thought it was the newsprint. It's not. Now it's in the collection, so I'll take it. It's a beautiful Brian Boland cover. I do have first print, so it is what it is. But yeah, so kind of a little embarrassed about that. Next was I had it on my watch list. Someone shot me an email giving me I think like 40% off, so I couldn't pass it up. Trying to collect the early issues in this run. They're not worth a whole lot of money. Not a lot of people go after them, but they are kind of scarce. And in this series, with the first original Dick Ayers Ghost Rider from the Golden Age was introduced. And then later on, after like issue number 12 or something, it goes on to do a short series, and they number them different. But this is the A1 by Magazine Enterprises. This is number 7 from January 1947, featuring the Corsair. So I don't know how many early issues, like I don't know, up to 12 or maybe 20. They're A1 on the cover. Then after that, they introduce short series, different ones like the Ghost Rider, some other Western titles, crime titles, and they go for a few issues, and they continue the legend numbering, and then they give each series like 1 through 5 or whatever it is. But anyways, so I got this for 20 shipped. It's got a nice store stamp on it. It's from 1947. I did get number 1 recently. So I will just try to pick up these early runs on this book. No big deal. I like them. It's something that I try to collect. We all have our own weird little genres that we're collecting. So flea market. Went to the flea market Monday after July 4th, so July 5th. And because the hurricane was out there in the Gulf, it wasn't quite as good as it normally is. And it's kind of funny, because the last time we had a hurricane, the flea market was like really booming. So it might have just been everybody had a July 4th lag or something, and they just didn't want to get up and come to the flea market. But I did find the first appearance. This is the first full appearance of the third Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes. This is the George Perez variant. This one doesn't go for much. I actually didn't have this. At this same flea market a couple years earlier, I did find it, and I gave it to somebody else. So I got this one, and then I did get the cover A, which is the money book. It's like a $30 book, near mint. Both of them for $5, so $2.50 a piece. Really good buys. Really all that I found there. So here begins the rant. I did find, there was another seller. Now, it was really humid. Been walking around a while, so I found this other seller. He had like 4 short boxes, and I was going through them. I was pulling stuff out that I was really only willing to spend $50. He didn't have anything priced, and I hate when this that's how it goes. But he said, just pull it out. We'll talk. I'll make you a deal. And I'm thinking, I don't know, this has got a funny feeling about this guy that he was going to be like a jerk. So I was like I said, it was hot. I was falling asleep going through these boxes. My wife was over there sleeping in a chair. I pulled out a little stack, some Iron Man non-key issues from the 1990s, a couple beat up Charltons, and I pulled everything out. And then I'm like, I just put it back. I'm like, I don't want to. I have a feeling this is going to be a bad deal. But then I turned around to leave, and he had three long boxes, and I'm like, oh man. So I went over there, went through. I said, you know what? I'll give it a shot. I pulled out, I think, Master and Kung Fu 64, 5, and 7, non-key issues, and about mid-grade. And so the guy, I brought him to the guy, and he goes, well, you tell me what you want to pay. And I said, well, I'll pay, how about a buck a piece? What? What? I know you looked those, he started accusing me. I know you looked those up. And all this, I was like, I started tuning them out. I was getting pissed. Accusing me of looking them up. I did look to see if I needed them for my run, and I did see that, looked them up, see they're non-keys. If they had been keys, I probably would have offered a little more. He didn't counter. He didn't do anything. I just kind of threw the books down. I walked away. I was really mad, and I want to just say the sellers, price your damn books. Don't make your buyers come in and do the work of finding the good stuff and pulling it out for you just so they can walk away because you can't put a price on, and then you want to extract every little penny out of it. I mean, oh, this is a rant that's going to continue to another store. So let me go on. So the next day or the next weekend, I went to another flea market, got this. Now, the guy had this book. He'd been there for almost a year. And he's not a comic book seller. He doesn't know what he's doing. He had it in a binder. Nice guy, Cuban guy. I forget his name. I think it's Jorge. I'm not sure. But he was a nice guy. I pulled it out. He had 25 bucks. I looked it up. I could buy it on eBay around 10. So I told him, I said, this too much. And he had everything overpriced. A lot of 90s books, they were nothing books. And he had $20 on them and stuff like that. So I started talking to him about pricing and stuff. And he was a good sport about it. He didn't take my advice, but I told him I'd give him 10. He's like, no, I can't do that. And he said 15. I'm like, no, I can't do that. So I walked away, but then I came back and I said, I'll give you 12. So it's like a 9.2 copy, and it's a cool book. It's kind of desirable. It goes for a little bit of money. Sabrina's Halloween special, newsstand from 1993. So he said, yeah, I'll take 12 bucks. And we talked a while about different things, and I told him about the channel and stuff. He was a really nice guy, and I like that. He had a good attitude. Even though we didn't agree on a lot of things, he wasn't a jerk about it. So then I went to my other LCS. It's been picked clean. I went in there looking for dollar books. I had some books I had put in the bin a couple of weekends earlier that I wanted to buy for $1. So I got this Hawkeye one shot. It's got a nice Taskmaster in the background. This is from the kind of the Heroes Reborn Return era from the 1998. So that's a one shot. Beautiful, nice mint copy, was $1. And then I picked up this. So this is the introduction when Marvel hired all the Image guys to reboot the characters, kind of streamline the origins, and this miniseries kind of kicked it off. This is the Heroes Return, Reborn Return #1. This is actually the B cover, which they're kind of a little bit harder to find. He did have all the B covers of this. Is a 1 through 4 series, I believe. Yeah, so they did have all the B's, but I just picked up the #1. So this is December 1998, and then also picked up this book here. I didn't want to buy any new thing, and I don't want to support DC after this gay pride stuff they put all over their books. And not that I have anything wrong with people's orientations, but they don't go around spreading heterosexual pride on books. Why are they doing this? I don't know. turned me off. I'm not buying DC anymore. I find it very wrong, very political, and because of that. But I thought it was a cool static cover. And the thing is, I got home and all three of these damn books, they fell out of the bag onto the ground. Luckily, they didn't suffer very, very minor damage, corner damage. All right, so, oh, and I got this one also. Marvel Chillers, Giant Size, #2. Beautiful Gil Kane cover. John Romita inks on that cover. Of course, a thick book, 68 pages. Didn't have this one. Really nice horror-looking book. Okay, so I went to another store. So I went to the flea market where I got the Jaime Reyes, all that. I was in the area, I had some money. I said, let me hit this other store nearby. I didn't want to go back. Last time I went there, the guy didn't have anything priced. He looks it up as you check out, and I detest that. I don't like stores that do that. I think it's wrong. They make the customer do all the work that they're supposed to do, and then they want to overcharge because they don't want to pay employees to go through the books and pull them out and price them. They want you to do it for free, and then they want to charge what they would if they had an employee hired to do it. But I found it. It had moved to another location. This time he had a better store. Things were organized. Almost, so last time 90% of the stuff wasn't priced. This new store he had 90% of the stuff was priced, but it was all overpriced. And this is called Not Just Cardboard in Leesburg, Florida. So I went in and I'm looking through books and I'm looking for the stuff that's not priced, of course, because I'm thinking I'll get a better deal, which I did. So I picked up this non-key. It just had a Lynn Michaels cover, kind of a photo cover, painted cover, from 2007, number 49. I picked up this. I already had it. Nice Lynn Michaels painted cover. This is kind of a key. It goes for a little bit of money. From 1995, number 75 from the War Journal, and then number 73 with another Lynn Michaels. So I brought those up to him, and he said, how about 10? I thought, that's a good deal. Now let me go back. When I walked in, there was a key book sitting on top of the long boxes he hadn't processed yet. And I told him, hey, this is a key. This is the first appearance of Bart Simpson in comic books. And I showed him where. So it was a $6 book. I'm sure he jacked up the price on that. So that's when I came in. So this is a fair deal. I still picked through some books. I found the Lois Lane issue where she turns black for a day. He didn't have a price on that. He wanted more than I wanted to pay, so I just left it there. Well, I'm checking out. He said, well, give me $11 for tax, $10. And, I shouldn't have nitpicked. I did. I said, tax is only 6%. That's 60 cents. This dude just went off on me. You looked up the books. That's a $40 book. And I'm like, who cares? Why do people even say you looked it up? So what? I can do that. It's a free country. But he just started going off on me, and I'm like, I didn't even look it up. I told him I've had these. I found them for $1. Yeah, but it's a key. It's worth $40. This book is worth near mint. It's listed for $25 in retail. It's listed. I don't know anyone that would pay $25 for that. So not even 40. But this guy just went off of me, and I'm thinking, dude, price your damn books if you have a problem. What is wrong with these sellers that they can't price their books and they're making us buyers do all the work? I'm getting tired of that. I'm never going back to this store. I wasn't going to go back, and I did, and again, it was a bad experience. I'm just tired. My message is, sellers, price your books. Don't make your buyers find them for you. Do all the work. Spend hours in your store for you to overprice and make them walk away. I'll never go back. But my other LCS, I did in my last haul. I showed a bunch of books. He gave me a deal, and I went back the next day and got in more deals. And I just went back there and picked these books up. Now he had $55 for both of these two, and he said, "How about 40?" Nice high grade copy. The Tomb of Dracula, number 7. First appearance of Quincy Harker. First appearance of Edith Harker, March 1973. And everything in this series, man, is just hot and going up. So that was $20. It's a nice high grade copy too, in an early issue. These are tough to find. And number 17, which is Blade gets bitten by Dracula. And this book is like a $50 book. And so I got it for 20. So I'll go back to this store over and over and spend my money. He has everything priced, and then he always cuts me 10, 15, $20 off whatever I pick out when I pick out big books. That's from 1974. But that's my rant. Sellers, price your damn books. Don't make your buyers do the work. It's just not right. Also picked up. Okay, so that was that store. That's the little shop. That's Vibrating Comics in Ocala. I recommend them all day long. You want to go to this shop. They have key books. He'll always work with you, negotiate, give you a deal. He's an awesome dude. You want to go there. So this other shop from the last of the haul, another great shop. He's open at 2, so it's hard for me to get there. It's Captain Kirk's Geek Shop of Ocala. Guy's awesome. Go in there. He'll sit and talk with you. He'll give him a stack of books. He'll work with you. He'll give you a discount. I cannot say enough about this shop too. These two shops, they're smallest ones in Ocala and the best ones in Central Florida. So I went in there, got a stack of books, came out to like $150. We negotiated back and forth. He ended up charging me $124, which I thought was a great deal. So what did I get? I already had this. I didn't realize it, but nice book. This was $4. Fantasy Masterpieces #4. Nice square bound. Really nice shape. The bound is not broke or tore or anything. So for $4 from August 66, I'll pick up that every day. Really nice copy. So thanks. Let me give a shout out. I Love Disney Comics. Sub him up. He showed a video on Instagram of his whole collection of Tomb of Dracula, and he's only missing a few issues. And then so now I'm seeing Tomb of Draculas everywhere, and I want to buy them. So I got number 54. So he had a bunch of issues. I got the ones that I didn't have. He had others. So this ended up about $5 for this, and a nice high grade copy, March 1977, number 54. Now this is not a key of anything. Number 57, another nice copy, June 1977. That ended up being $5. And then number 58, which I already have, thankfully, because this book is just shooting up. Special issue, Blade Fights Alone. It's a solo Blade issue. So you could probably say this is the first solo Blade comic book. July 1977, number 58. So this was $25. And it's a high grade copy. So I got a great deal on it, I think. And then last but not least, he had $100 on this book, so I got it for 20 off. And even at the $80, I think this is really like a $200 book. It's like a 7.5. Really nice copy. Now, I usually don't spend that much money on Silver Age issues anymore because I'm a Golden Age collector. But I haven't been here to this store in a long time. I had some money, and I like supporting these shops because they're really good. So that's Fantastic Four number 55. Classic Jack Kirby Thing vs. Silver Surfer battle cover and story by Stan Lee and written or drawn by Jack Kirby. Beautiful purple. There's no crease on this cover anywhere. It's got like 3 Marvel chips out of it, and I think I counted like 6 spine ticks, which are barely noticeable. So really nice copy. This is one that I don't slab books, but this would definitely increase the value of the book if I got it graded. Really nice copy. A lot of my early Fantastic Fours are beat up. I don't think I have. This is probably my best early Fantastic Four copy. So I paid $80 for that. And that's it. That's my haul, man. Appreciate you guys. A lot of stuff coming up. Headed to Dominican Republic next week. And I just thankful for the support of the channel. So that's it. I'm out of here.